The Trojan War by Bruce Makowski. Narrated through the eyes of King Odysseus. After Paris stole Menelaus' wife, Helen, we were all forced to go to war with Troy. We couldn't afford an enemy like King Agamemnon, Menelaus' brother. I sailed with my men for Ithaca, for Troy, but one man never stayed with the pack. He sailed for Troy. He sailed alone with his men, and he was Achilles. No lord, no king, but the greatest fighter that Greece has ever seen, and the king of all warlords. It was prophesied that without him we could not win this war. So, he sailed with us. Troy was known for its tall walls, its magnificent city, its enormous army, and its glorious archers. With that kind of adversary, how were we to win this war? Now when Achilles first landed, he sacked a temple, and he took a concubine from said temple. Now Menelaus, being the fool that he was, took this concubine, and it offended Achilles, so he did not fight with us. But Agamemnon, being bold and courageous, thought that we could still win this war without Achilles. So we went to battle the next day. We fought hard, and we fought long, but the Trojans were too powerful, their archers too quick, their cavalry too fast and strong. We were forced to retreat to save what little men we could from this battle. Hector did something quite foolish while we retreated, though. He attacked our base. We were able to repel him, but only barely. We still needed Achilles. The next morning, the Trojans attacked us at our base, and the Myrmidons, led by Achilles, returned to the fight. But Achilles confronted Hector, and Hector killed him. And when Hector removed his helm, it was not Achilles who we saw. It was Patroclus, Achilles' young cousin, wearing Achilles' armor. He even fought like Achilles. When Achilles found out that Hector had slain his cousin, he chased him down, and in a bloody fight, he murdered him in front of all of Troy and Greece to see. And when he was done, he dragged the body around Troy 3 times behind his chariot. We decided, with Hector dead, that Troy was at a morale low. We would attack while they were mourning the death of their prince and their general. Achilles and I led the troops into the battle. The gates opened and released their troops, and we followed the troops as we forced them into a retreat. But as we entered the gates of Troy, something befell Achilles. He became surrounded by the enemy soldiers. He fought bravely, and he fought hard, and we were forcing our way to him to fight, to save him. But just as we arrived at him, a stray arrow struck him, and he fell dead. Now, with the blood of the greatest heroes in Greece's history, I felt it time to end this war. Enough of this bloodshed. I spent enough time away from my beloved Penelope. So I devised a plan to create a giant wooden horse in commemoration of Troy, and send it in as a trap, and fill our men inside this horse, and put it inside of Troy itself. My plan worked without a hitch. No one suspected that Troy would fall this night. No one. They paraded the Trojan horse in the grandest style. And that night, while they slept off their own drunkenness, we sprung from the horse, opened the gates, and all of Greece came pouring into the city. We destroyed the city, Not a man was left alive, not a building left standing. Crops, people, cut down like wheat, all of them. And all I cared about was that finally the bloodshed was over, and the great Trojan War was in the past.
In this farewell, there's no blood, there's no